You are watching the Unconfirmed Diegesis, where we present entertainment case files for you to judge, true or false, real or hoax. This is the case of the Mundrabilla incident. In this case, there are witnesses not connected to the family. There is no hypnosis memory recovery, no polygraphs, just the raw description of the encounter. So sit back and listen to the story carefully and make your open-minded decision, true or false. In the early hours of January 20th, 1988, the vast emptiness of the Nullarbor Plain stretched endlessly beneath a moonless Australian sky. The Eyre Highway, one of the longest, loneliest roads on Earth, cut through the darkness like a thin ribbon of civilization. Faye Knowles was driving east with her 3 sons, Patrick, Sean, and Wayne, leaving behind Perth in search of a new life in Adelaide. Their recently purchased Ford Telstar hummed steadily across the desolate terrain. The journey was long but uneventful until just after 4 a.m. That's when the light appeared. At first, it was distant, hovering low over the highway ahead. Bright, unnatural, silent. Sean, behind the wheel, narrowed his eyes. "Is that a spacecraft?" he asked. Patrick dismissed it, but as they drew closer, within about 20 meters, the object moved. It descended. An egg-shaped craft, glowing intensely, dropped directly into their path. Sean swerved violently to avoid it, nearly colliding with an oncoming truck. The object then drifted to the side of the road and began to follow them. For a brief moment, curiosity overtook fear. Sean turned the car around, attempting to approach the object. But something about it felt wrong, deeply wrong, and he quickly resumed driving east. That's when the encounter escalated. Without warning, a strange gray-black mist began seeping into the car. They were traveling with their windows down. The air suddenly shifted. Then a horrible smell hit them next, thick, nauseating, like decaying flesh. Faye reached up through the open window, touching the roof. What she felt wasn't metal. It was soft, warm, rubbery. She pulled her hand back into the car, looking at it in horror. Her hand was coated in a fine black dust. Then came a loud noise. A heavy thud slammed against the roof. Another and another. The car began to feel heavier, as if gravity itself had changed. Then suddenly, it wasn't on the road anymore. The vehicle rose, not high, just enough to separate from the asphalt, but unmistakably airborne. Inside the car, time seemed to distort. The family's speech slowed, slurred, as if they were moving through invisible resistance. Their thoughts dulled, their awareness blurred. Even the dogs in the back erupted into frantic panic. No one could say how long it lasted. Seconds, minutes, or something else entirely. Then, without warning, the car was dropped. Violently, the impact slammed them back onto the highway. The right rear tire exploded instantly. Silence followed. Then, as quickly as it appeared, the object was gone. Shaken, the family pulled over and fled the vehicle, hiding in nearby scrubland, afraid the craft might return. When nothing appeared, they cautiously returned. That's when they saw the damage was real. A blown-out tire, dents on the roof, 4 distinct marks above where they had heard the impacts, and everywhere, black dust inside and outside the car, and the rotten smell lingered. Later, still shaken and trying to make sense of what had just happened, the Knowles family continued east along the Eyre Highway until they reached one of the few isolated stops in that vast stretch of the Nullarbor near the Mundrabilla Roadhouse. It was there, under the harsh glow of fuel station lights cutting through the pre-dawn darkness, that they encountered a truck driver named Graham Henley. As they spoke, the tension in the air was immediate. Before the family could fully explain their ordeal, Henley revealed something chilling. He, too, had seen it. While driving along the same lonely highway, not far from where the Knowles family had their encounter, Henley noticed a brilliant light in his rearview mirror. At first, he assumed it was another vehicle, but the light didn't behave like headlights. It hovered, paced him, and followed his truck for several minutes, maintaining a position that defied normal movement on the road. There was no engine noise, no clear structure, just an intense, unnatural glow moving with purpose. As the family described the egg-shaped object, the mist, and the terrifying moment their car was lifted, Henley realized they had all crossed paths with the same unknown presence, within the same stretch of highway, and within the same window of time. But he wasn't the only one. Reports would later come in from another truck driver, a tuna-spotting aircraft, a fishing trawler in the Great Australian Bight, all describing the same strange light, seen across hundreds of kilometers. No connection, no collaboration, no explanation. By the time the Knowles family reached Ceduna, police were waiting. Sergeant James Fennell personally inspected the vehicle. He confirmed a thick coating of black ash, even inside the car, roof damage consistent with impacts, and a family in a state of genuine shock. Something happened out there, he admitted. Scientific analysis followed, but yielded contradictions. Most lab results found the dust to be ordinary. Minerals like sodium, calcium, silicon, and clay. The tire failure, explained away as underinflation. The dust and smell, possibly from the blowout. But not all findings aligned. One independent analysis suggested something unusual. The dust inside the car differed from the dust outside and contained a possible trace of astatine, one of the rarest and most radioactive elements on Earth. No radioactivity was detected on the vehicle itself, but Faye's hand, the one that touched the roof, became red and swollen in the days that followed. Years later, the Mundrabilla incident remains one of Australia's most compelling UFO encounters. Investigated by renowned researcher Paul Norman, the case stands out not for a single sighting, but for multiple independent witnesses, physical evidence, and a timeline that refuses to settle into a simple explanation. Was it a misidentified natural phenomenon? A chain of coincidental events amplified by fear? Or something else entirely? Something that reached down from the sky and took hold of a car on a lonely highway, out there on the Nullarbor Plain, where the land stretches flat and endless, and the night swallows everything. 4 people experienced something that should not have been possible, and whatever followed them that night was never identified. In the months and a few years following the 1988 encounter, Faye Knowles and her sons gave police statements in Ceduna, interviews with Australian media, including 7 Network, testimony to UFO researchers like Paul Norman and investigators from UFO Research South Australia. During these interviews, their story remained remarkably consistent. The egg-shaped object, the black ash, the mist, the foul smell, the lifting of the vehicle, the physical evidence, dust, dents, blown tire, the altered mental state, slow speech, disorientation. None of them ever publicly recanted or admitted to a hoax. After the initial media attention faded, the family largely withdrew from public view, unlike some UFO witnesses who continue speaking at conferences or writing books. The Knowles family did not become regular figures in UFO circles, did not pursue long-term publicity, did not build careers around the encounter. This has strengthened the credibility of their case in the eyes of many researchers, because there was no obvious attempt to profit from the story. Today, the Knowles family exists almost like a ghost within the case itself. They were there. They experienced something. They told their story, and then quietly stepped away. No books, No fame, no final explanation. Just a single night on a dark highway, and a question that still hasn't been fully explained. This is why the Knowles family UFO incident lands in the case files of the unconfirmed Diegesis. Now it is time for you to decide, did this incident really happen to Knowles' family? True or hoax? Thank you for watching the case of the Knowles family incident. If you have enjoyed this case file, then like and subscribe so you don't miss the next time we dive into the unconfirmed.